Yo, what up gamers? And today we'll be talking about a reroll comp that has kind of gone under the radar a little bit most of the set. I think everyone knows that Darius is a crank, Darius is a beast, but I think hardly anybody ever actually goes for the Darius Kha'Zix reroll comp, but it is starting to get some play now. And let's talk about this comp. It's one of my favorite rerolls to play, and it is quite strong, very good for top fouring. And since it uses the heavenly line whenever you're high rolling, actually has first place potential. I first place with this comp, and I've seen like very high challenger players first place with this composition when the angle is right. So let's just talk about the comp. So this is the base level 5 comp that I'm showing you guys here. The level 4 comp that you will play is Yorick, Darius, Malphite, and Kiana. And it actually is a perfect synergy comp because you take Kha'Zix out of here and there's no Reaper. It's actually a perfect synergy comp. And one reason why this composition is so strong is because usually whenever you're playing like a 1-cost reroll comp and you're not pushing levels, you're going to lose a lot of health on stage 2, which is fine that you sign up for that. You know, you're playing like a reroll, Cogmon, something like that. You expect to lose a decent amount of HP on stage 2 unless there's a lot of fortune players, of course. But Darius and Umbral, like the combination of a Darius 2-star, Umbral, and just have Duelist active is like the strongest thing you can have on stage 2, barring a bunch of like 3-cost. Like it is absolutely so strong. So even when you're not pushing levels, you save a lot of HP. You'll probably do a lot of win-loss. Not a big deal. So you save a lot of HP. You're able to make econ. And so that's one reason why it's really good. And then if you're able to hit the Darius 3 very early on stage 3, because you have an econ augment, something like Too Much Candy, then Darius is just an absolute menace on stage 3 at 3-star. As soon as you get him 3-star and just the rest of your board 2-star and just start pushing levels a little bit. This dude is such a crank. So when do you play this comp? When do you look to play this? And we'll show what the completed comp looks like in just a second. You play this comp whenever you start the game with a Darius 2-star. You're naturally in a lot of Darius. That can be an indicator just on its own. But additionally, if you have an economy, I mean, like something like Too Much Candy or the portal or the encounters are just really incentivizing rerolling, or you just get a lot of extra copies from an encounter or something of Darius, like you start the game with 5 Darius, something like that, then that is a great indicator to play it. Additionally, if you get an opener that looks like this, you know, you probably want to play Kayn if you're going to play for 4 costs, right? You have this heavenly line, you got like items like this to slam on your Darius, items like BT, stuff like that. To slam on your Darius. When you see that and then you look around the lobby, you see there's like 2 other Kayn players, but you actually have this Darius angle because you have like 5 copies of Darius, or you have, you know, something like Too Much Candy being offered to you, then that'd be a great indicator to play this composition. Get your top 4, or if you're able to high roll, you can get a first place with this. So that is when you want to play it. Don't force it, but you know, when you're in spots like that, when it looks like you should play the heavenly line, but you get stuff like this, get extra copies of Darius, or you look like you're really contested, you can look to play this, get your top 4, get out, you'd be good to go. So let's talk about itemization. You want to prioritize items on Darius. Kha'Zix items come second. Kha'Zix is not even on your board until level 5. You are going to hold copies of him when you're rolling on level 4 because if you only have a Darius 3, it is difficult to scale without having a Kha'Zix 3. You're going to have to contest for Kayn, which is just, and it's going to be harder to hit your heavenly thresholds as well if you're contesting for Kayn, because you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to play Umbral later on in the game. You won't be playing Yone. So it's really important to get Kha'Zix 3 for this, in order for this to scale. But if you get a super early Darius and you think you can contest for Kayn, then just do that, and that's fine too. But yeah, we want to prioritize Darius items because he is the guy who's going to carry our stage 3. Try to get some shred into your comp after you get your Darius items. And then we want to then start prioritizing Kha'Zix items after that. We're going to roll for this board. Don't ever go for Yorick 3 or anything like that. Only go for that if you get offered Midnight Siphon Plus on 3-2 whenever after you rolled. That can be quite good, and you can just play this. You know, you can play this comp with a Yorick 3 as well. Just go into Heavenlies and you'll be good to go, and you'll be good to go there. So before we show the completed comp, just talking about other augments, you're just going to want to take general frontline combat augments. If you guys have been playing Heavenly Yone or Heavenly Kayn, you guys should be used to stuff like Epitaph, stuff like Harm Assist. And you're going to be good to go. Like I shouldn't have to explain that to you. Hey, if you have the means to, and you want to help support me continuing to do what I love, which is make these videos for you guys, then consider becoming a member. Thank you. Back to the video. So let's go over to the completed board. What you want to aim for. You want to get to 6 Heavenly. It's just like playing Heavenly Kayn, Heavenly Yone. You want to get You just want to jam Heavenlies and then have a board that looks something like this. Put Yone for your Umbral. And again, we're just carrying Darius and Kha'Zix. I didn't talk about Malphite 3. Malphite 3 is just something you can go for because you're already rolling for other 1 cost. 3 is kind of whatever, but it is a 3-star tank that you can go for. But it's not a make or break to hit the 3-star Malphite, so just know that. An additional reroll that you can look for, if you just happen to be naturally loads of Kianas, whenever you're rolling down, Kiana can take the items instead of Kha'Zix, and Kiana's kind of a beast, and you can kind of dip into her stuff a little bit. If you want to, but mainly it's going to be easier to hit Darius and Kha'Zix. But just know, if you are just hitting a lot of Kianas, you can go for Kiana 3 instead of Kha'Zix 3. That is fine. But anyways, pretty simple, guys. We're just going to jam a bunch of Heavenlies, and then if you can go level 9, you can play stuff like, I don't know, stuff like this. You know, play legendaries that fit into your comp, stuff like this, stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's great about Heavenly too. It's really easy to plug and play legendaries once you go 9. And then, yeah, so the whole point of the composition is you get decent tempo on stage 2, even without pushing levels with a Darius 2-star. Great. And then a Darius 3-star carries your stage 3 and early parts to stage 4. And then you get to 6 Heavenly or 5 Heavenly. If you don't hit the Wukong, that's fine. You get to that. You get to that on level 8. You coast through level 8. And then when you go level 9, you can guarantee hit your Wukong then. And then you are carried by your legendaries, like, you know, by hitting, I don't know, something like a 2-star Lysandra, a 2-star Wukong. You start getting items on him. And that's how you kind of close out the game. And that's how it's possible to first place with this composition. But anyways, guys, it's just a short little guide. Very easy comp to play. Not much more to talk about this. Good luck in your games and good luck climbing. I'll see you on the next one.